Coming to you fresh out of Orion's butthole, it's the DVDASA recap show with your host, SciFiReuben.
The mothership approached, breaking through the nexus of the saucer as it sloped. Andromeda, my home. Travel many distances away from telescopes. They chose me, a contactee. Needed mongoloid to fuse a brand new breed. They'll extract my seed. I was the missing link. Was chilling in the forest on a camping trip. Deep into my sleep, I saw the moon eclipse. In a loom, my tent, a vacuum was sent. Beam me up like Scotty in a room with vent. These are the people that I want to be with. These are the people that I want to be with. Met their avatar with the light blue skin. Stepped into her chambers, had a big fat grin. Probed my scrotum with her long thumb. Syringe sticking out, device that made me come. My jizz shot out in a fluorescent cup. Looked into my eyes and straight drank it up. Her stomach grew like a big ass moon. Out of her vagina came a gray baboon without fling ears and some reptoid scales. Hair white like hell, don't even try to tell. These are the people that I want to be with. These are the people that I want to be with. Humanoids will sell their own souls for profit, not modest. My pupils are so honest with no wallets. Andromedans communicate with love on their minds. Humans are unkind, they'll find some swine to cook and dine. It's time to redefine the problem with mankind. The pillage of the earth and serve self as their god. My counsel is my brother on the road that is broad. Forget about facade, my squad is never flawed. Intelligence is passed through the grouping of the pods. These are the people that I want to be with. These are the people that I want to be with. These are the people that I want to be with. These are the people that I want to be with.
Is it over? These are the people that I want to be with. These are the people that I want to be with. Oh, I'm just playing. So yeah, as we all know, we're on a break, I guess. But first, welcome one, welcome all. It's the DVDASA recap show with your host, SciFiReuben. So yeah, we're on a break, I guess. And that's okay, because we're going to still be here. Right, Grape Life?
Yeah, son, we ain't going nowhere.
Why don't you give the people a good old woo-woo?
Woo woo!
Yeah, so there's no DVD essay, but we're going to be here. We've got some ideas, and we're going to make this little hiatus, however long it is, a lot better than the last one. We're going to make this a lot better than the Rosebud. Because when the Rosebud hit, well, a lot of people didn't know what to do. A lot of people got pissed off. They wanted an explanation why DVDASA went off the air. And with their last episode being the whole Dave fuck Asa situation, and we didn't know if that was a joke or not. A lot of people thought it was over because Tony found out that they fucked. But really, it wasn't over. They were just recording episodes, and, well, we had no clue. But this time seems a little different. This time seems, especially during the Rosebud, they just kind of stopped. They just stopped, they put the picture up, and that was it. They took a lot of, episodes off of YouTube. They cut off the iTunes stuff. So, this time it feels a little better because they actually kind of gave us a little hint that, the final trilogy of Saga 2 is over, so we kind of expected this. And, well, Now that they're on a break, and it kind of at first I was like, great, I just started a fucking recap show about DVDASA, and well, now they're on a break. So what are we gonna do? What are me and Grape Life gonna do? We're not just gonna sit here and talk whatever, because that would be boring. And plus, I don't know what the hell he would talk about anyway. His story's going on forever. Just like your dreams. But, anyway, I guess it's time for me and Grape Life to step into the limelight. I've stepped into it before when I did trivia during the Rosebud. I wanted to do that just to get a lot of fans together and play some trivia about DVDASA, just like they do on the show. And, well, I had a big finale, Saga 1 finale, on January 1st to kick off the new year. And then, well, this recap show, here's a little background check on the origin story of the recap show, is I pretty much woke up one day, I was like, what does it take to do a podcast by myself? And I asked some people, and they were like, do this. And I was like, well, no, I don't know. Why don't I just do it on my phone? And then, I figured out, I got an app that can change the voice and make this cool. And then I asked Grape Life, hey, you know how to do, upload shit? And he was like, yeah. And then it pretty much, I figured out, asked the question, do I want to do a podcast on a Friday? And then I think that Monday, it was Martin Luther King Day. That was the first episode. So just like that happened. Just like how I did trivia before. So now, pretty much, me and Grape Life are going to step into the limelight while they're on break. And what are we going to talk about? Well, this is what we're going to talk about. We're going to recap old episodes of DVDASA. Now, I still have to go through the Poon trial, which I will do in a second. I have some special interviews from this episode, too, that I did a week back or so. And, well, I was thinking about what is my favorite DVDASA episode. And, I brought up the Dark Dick and the one where Dave yells at Yen. But, come on, I mean, really, you guys obviously know which episode that is. My favorite one is episode 29, the one that freed me from Orion's butthole. So, yeah, I'm going to talk about the Poon trial, and then we're going to come with me back in time, and I'll let you guys know, because, I'm recording this, and then it comes out Monday. So I'm going to probably post a picture maybe Friday saying, hey, check out episode 29 before you listen to the recap show, because I'm going to be recapping old episodes, me and Grape. And it was actually kind of Grape Life's idea. I think he brought that up. And, yeah, good job, Grape. Good job, Grape Life. Give him a round of applause. Well, Grape Life, since we'll do the Poon trial this one, and we'll do episode 29. And then next week, why don't you come up with let's get your favorite episode. And which one is your favorite episode?
SciFi has been more persistent in the past week or so trying to get out of me what my favorite episode is. You'd think he's trying to get me to do anal. And I keep coming up with excuses like, I gotta go back and look at the old episodes. I don't know. I just ate Mexican. I don't feel good. And I've been blowing it off because, truthfully, it's hard to pick a favorite, man. There's so many that I love. But for the sake of, setting up our next episode and our next recap, and for the sake of this fucking question, I narrowed it down. Let's see. Let me look at the conversation him and I had where he was giving me shit. So, of course, I said, I need to look through them. I don't know. And he, of course, said, I knew you would say that. And at first I said rapish behavior and erection quest. Because I have those both locked in my phone so they can't be deleted. But that was mostly because I knew there would be some fallout from those. But I've probably listened to those more than any other episode. But the thing is, the whole chip incident, I was just dying listening to that. Some of the really old ones with Mauricio Bizowitz, I can't stand the fact he says, in Yoshi's defense, all the fucking time. But they're all classics. He's like that guy that I love to hate. So let's see. Oh, yeah, and one of my favorite moments, though, and I don't know what fucking episode this is from, is where Bobby Trivia does the Bobby Brown dance. I just love seeing him dance to every little step. It's like my favorite fucking thing ever. So yeah, we'll just say Erection Quest is my favorite episode for now. But just know it's not. It's just I had to make a decision.
Alright, that's the one we'll recap. Great. Good job. Cool story, bro. And then I'm going to ask you guys. I'll probably post something on my Instagram saying, hey, we're recapping old episodes. Let us know which ones we should do. And if there's one that kind of sticks out, that a lot of people say this one, the same one, then that's the one we'll do. And then, yeah, we'll just go back and forth like this. So that maybe later on we will probably, since we don't have any new ones like this Poon trial, then we can just do, me and Grape will pick one episode each for one recap show, and then I'll ask the fans what you guys want to hear, which episode. So that right there is going to kill plenty of time because, Saga 1 had almost like over 130, I think, episodes, and the Saga 2 has only 30. So if you had to ask me a question like, what's your favorite saga? I mean, the first one kind of better. I mean, I like the White Room. It was a little different. But the audio quality, it was a little bit of an issue for me because I like to listen to these at work. And I always have my headphones, and I kept finding myself always trying to turn it up. And, yeah. What about you, Grape Life? You like Saga 1 or Saga 2?
Oh, totally Saga 1, all the fucking way.
That's what I thought. All right. So last episode, actually, let's give Grape Life another round of applause for putting out the iTunes and the YouTube up all on Monday at the same time. Well, not the same, but it all came out one day. Good enough for me. And, yeah. Good job, Grape Life. And when I was listening to the last episode, when I was listening to the last recap show, I mentioned that song and Grape Life put it, but it's kind of, I was talking over it, which kind of sucked. So right off the bat, why don't you just play that song for a second? I just want to hear it.
Freestyle a little?
Welcome to the DVDASA show 2015. You know I love the pie with the cream. We got Asa Akira, got David Cho, we got Bobby Trivia and Poon. We'll take you to the moon. Welcome to the podcast. love that song.
That was great, bro. I love that shit.
That was a really good song. Thank you. I tried.
Yeah, that was good. Good stuff. Hey, and you know what? That last recap show, I actually pretty much listened to it the whole time because I always want to hear what Grape Life has to say. And, well, I didn't say super cool once. And that's super cool that I didn't say it. So, a lot of breaking news, but I guess that's not going to happen much now that the show's off, unless it comes on while I'm doing this, but whatever. And then trivia, well, I'm going to start that after, I got some interviews coming up. And after the interview, I will throw up I already have it all set up, so there won't be any, I already planned this out, I got it down. I'm going to do some old trivia from Saga 1 trivia that I did. And I'm going to do different pictures, that way people just don't look at the post that I did before with the trivia and just say, oh, there it is, that's the answer. So I'm going to switch up the pictures and just keep the same questions. And if you guys get the questions right, if somebody gets it right during this recap show, then I will, well, you'll see. So I will do that right before I recap episode 29. And then hopefully, because that episode is fucking epic, and we will get to that real soon. But, well, Dave is back on IG. He's back on Instagram. I've seen him post these 3 or 4 pictures. Why don't you throw those up there, Grape Life? Some cool art sketches that he's done. Bam, 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 bam! I just want to say that and make him do the bam, bam, bam. But, yeah. So he's been back. And that's good. Well, these sketches he's done are really cool, too. It's a lot of detail, and, yeah, I don't know what I'm curious on what he's up to. And hopefully he'll be more active on Instagram. But then again, you know, you don't want him to go back into his old habits of fucking the fans and stuff. But whatever. He seems happy. Is he happy? Do you think he's happy, Grape Life?
Yeah, sure. At least I hope so.
Yeah, alright, fuckface. That's probably 10 minutes. So, I guess we should get to the poon trial. The poon trial, it was a quick one. It was really fast. And, well, it wasn't really, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad of an episode because, Poon got busted for pretty much going on the last episode of the BBC and saying that Dave was in Japan. And he also got busted because he didn't tell Critter or Bobby that he was going to do an episode with Kalila. So, I guess Critter was upset, and Dave was probably the most upset with him saying that he was in Japan. So they had the trial of Poon. And, well, out of all the people that have been in trouble on DVDASA, this one with Pooner was, well, he apologized really quick. He didn't even realize what he did. And it seemed like he was truly sorry for what he did. And I think Dave kind of, saw that too, because he didn't yell at him, and there wasn't a lot of, it was pretty good. I mean, he apologized for what he did. He had no idea he did that, and he had to do some scissor action, and that pretty much got him back with the good side of Dave. We also pretty much heard that the BBC is gonna continue. I hope so. I mean, that's what I got out of that episode. I got that it's gonna continue. And hopefully it comes back before DVDASA, like Grape Life was saying in the last episode. hopefully they, while DVDASA is on a break, they pop up with the BBC. But we'll see. They haven't posted anything in a while either, so there's that. And they were talking about blue spots, like Asians have blue. I can't remember if this is the Poon trial or the one before that, but we didn't talk about it. So they were saying that Asians get a little blue spot above their butt or somewhere around it. And, well, I'm not Asian, so I never had that. But I did have a little weird thing that happened when I was a baby. When I was a baby, they call my thing, when I was a baby, they call it a Hitler baby. And why do you say they call it a Hitler baby? Well, because when I was born, I had blonde hair and blue eyes. And pretty much, if you were back in the World War II days and you were born, I guess in Germany or something like that, and if you were born and you didn't have blonde hair and blue eyes, they pretty much killed you. They pretty much threw you away. Blah, blah, blah. So I was born like that, but when I got older, my hair did not, I'm not blonde, and I'm definitely not blue eyes. So, yeah, that's pretty much what a Hitler baby is. I'm not a neo-Nazi or anything like that, but I was just born, with my guard up. Like, maybe in a past life, something happened in World War II. I don't know. What about you, Grape Life? You got any weird fucking birth moles or... you had what was up with your butthole? That wasn't really it was more of a butthole story, not a shit story, but anything weird when you were a baby? I'm pretty sure there was. Go, that's you. I don't know. Go for it.
Yeah, man, something strange did happen. I was born with my dick in my hand. Bird up, motherfucker. Bird up.
Yeah. Fucking weirdo. So, yeah. The Poon trial is really short. And that was the final episode of Saga 2. And, well, they released that 30B, and I haven't watched that yet. I'm going to probably save that for next week because I want to keep some material. Maybe I'll do, I heard it was like a movie, so I'll do maybe a movie review on that one. And, yeah, I'll save that for next week. And, that's pretty I don't remember Bobby doing any trivia on the last one. So, I don't think he did. But you know what? That's okay. I'm not going to grade you on that. I will grade you on these old ones, though. Like episode 29. Remember that, Bobby? Yeah. I know you're listening. I will be grading you on the old episodes. And your trivia in Saga 1 was definitely better than Saga 2. I think the limelight got you. And you just became Mr. Cool Guy. And yeah. But we'll get to that. And like I said in the last episode, I'm going to save the shout-outs and the fam questions for later on. But first I got some interviews. I was recently met up with Be Happy 4430, Pikachu 408, and Changnesia 1. We hung out on a rainy day in the city, and, well, what else better to do in the rainy days than to do interviews? So I was like, hey, let me ask you guys some questions about DVDASA. And they went really good. So now I am going to let you all hear this. So here we go. So I'm here with Be Happy 4430, and well, let me ask you, B, how does it feel to be part of the 4.6 females that they gave a shout out to the other episode a couple weeks back.
It feels pretty fucking awesome. I love DVDASA, so it's awesome to be part of the 4.67 because not that many chicks are in it, and then the ones that are in it are pretty fucking awesome, like Dama and Mexican Zebra and Tiny Rage. I love all them, so I feel doubly special to be part of them.
That's awesome. So, B, well, how did you find out about DVDASA?
I used to listen to another podcast by some other porn stars, and they mentioned Asa's podcast. And then I never knew actually of Asa or anybody of them, so I ended up checking it out, and I loved them. I fell into like instant love. It was awesome.
Very, very good. Very good. So, we all know, it's no secret, B, you're in love with Critter Fleming. And, well, the fans want to know, what would you do if you were on an island with Critter Fleming?
Oh my god, I would rape the shit out of Critter. I would freaking rape him, just non-stop rape. Rape morning, day and night. Rape. Yeah, I would just be rape. Oh, how I would rape him? Oh man. Ooh, oh man, I can't say this out in public. I'd like to do like a rape fantasy with him because he's a big guy, so that would be nice. And then like the whole, you know how Dave has that girl that breaks into the house, or he lets her break, Nikki girl, Skylar, he breaks into her house. I would like to do that with Critter. Break into my house and rape me. That would be hot. But maybe I rape him. It doesn't matter. Just rape.
Whoa, hold down. That's allegedly you would do that? Allegedly. I don't need troublemakers. So, okay, next question. Why do you love DVDASA?
Oh, I just say it, or? Okay, why I love DVDASA. I love them because, one, they're fucking awesome. Two, because I can just relate to them. They're crazy, but they're just lovable, and they're all over the fucking place, and Dave does a lot of crazy shit, and he doesn't mean to, but he does it from like the right place in his heart, and I just love him, and I don't know, I love them all. I relate to Asa on so many different levels. Like, they're just the shit. They make me happy. They're my pretend friends, damn it. I love them.
Love the laugh, B. Love the laugh. So we're gonna play a little game now. Fuck, kill, marry. There's 6 guys. We have Dave, Critter, Bobby, Stevie Weeby, Val, Pooner. You gotta pick just 3 for the fuck, kill, marry. The other 3, they're not gonna make the cut. Please tell us, and why.
Okay, obviously marry Critter because I just fucking love him. Fuck Stevie because he's just so cute, and he's a little dorky, and he's just lovable, and he's so adorable. And then I kill, oh man. No, wait, okay, Bobby, I'm gonna marry Bobby too. Bobby Tria, because I love, no, wait, what do you mean no? I can only marry one? But there's 6 of them. Oh man. Now, Critter or Bobby, I can't pick, I love them both. Oh man, I can't answer this. Okay, we gotta kill Choey. Let me go with the killing. I gotta kill Choey. I'm sorry, Choey, I love you, but I can't kill Bobby, and I cannot kill Critter. Val, I love you, Val, but no, I'm sorry. Poon, I love you, but no, I'm sorry. And then I cannot pick between, oh my god. Okay, oh man. I love them both. I mean, my heart wants to say Bobby, but I mean, fuck, Critter's just hot. Okay, marry Bobby. Fuck, but dream about Critter.
Pretty difficult. That was pretty difficult. I could see you sweating there. You did not know who you were gonna marry. Critter or Bobby. I'm surprised Bobby got the marriage proposal. But I want you to, thanks for your time, B. That was an awesome interview. And I want you to give, let the listeners know out there if you got any last words for the people that are listening at home, at work, anywhere. What would you have to say to them? What do you want to say to the DVD ASA world?
No judging. Support your DVD ASA family because we all go through crazy shit and we all love each other and we all love DVD ASA. And if we ever find out who that fucking asshole is who keeps going after Dave, we're gonna fucking lynch you, you piece of shit.
Once again, thank you. Be happy for your time, and those are awesome answers. So moving on, now I have with me is Pikachu 408. And well, I want to ask you a question, Pikachu. When did you find out about DVD ASA?
I found out about DVDASA through ASA. I finally got a smartphone and I made an Instagram and she was posting about it on her Instagram. And then I started listening. The first episode I listened to was Hong Kong Tijuana when they introduced Hikaru. How check? And yeah.
Power check indeed. Power check indeed. So, Pikachu, I want to ask you something about DVD ASA. How has DVD ASA affected your life?
Yeah. DVDASA has affected my life a lot. It's like motivating me to, I guess, keep living and try harder. Yeah, just go to school and try and get my license and stuff. Because before I was just unmotivated to do stuff with my life.
That's just great. Great for you. Too bad that fuckface had to walk by with this stupid boombox during this interview. But whatever. Whatever. So let me go with Pikachu once again. I want to know, what's your favorite episode of DVD ASA of all time?
Hong Kong Tijuana is probably my favorite episode. When it's what got me hooked to DVDASA. Hikaru and Dave.
Oh yeah! Hong Kong Tijuana. Classic episode. Just classic. So, Pikachu, I've noticed you wear a lot of critter shirts and you have a lot of DVD ASA gear. And I guess some would say you're kind of a DVD ASA celebrity. A lot of people notice you on the streets. I, for one, have never been noticed on the street. But then again, people don't really know what I look like. So I want to know, what's it feel like to be a DVD ASA somewhat kind of celebrity?
It's kind of cool. There's a lot of closet DVDASA fans. Even when I'm not wearing the T-shirt, people recognize me and they're like, "Oh, I know you. You're on Instagram and stuff like that." So it's pretty cool. It's kind of creepy.
Well, Pikachu, as Saley said, we're all creepy. We are all creepy. So get ready for a big surprise one of these days, because one of those creepy fans, he might just go ahead and rape you. He might. So I'm going to ask you a very fun question. Fuck, marry, kill, Asa, Heather, Kalila. Go.
You know. I fuck Heather Leather, marry Asa, and kill Kalila. I don't know. Kalila's.
Why?
Let's see. I'd marry Asa because she's rich. I'd fuck Heather Leather because she's kind of freaky. And then I'd kill Kalila because her heart. And I just don't like Filipino chicks that much.
Very good, Pikachu. Very, very good. Well, it was great having you. I love doing this interview with you. And my final question for you, Pikachu, is what would you like to say to the DVDASA world out there? Go ahead, say anything you want. Let them know.
I love all my DVDASA fam. Cho Method and Rape Life.
So now for my final guest with this interview that I've done with Pikachu. Be happy. And my final guest is going to be Changnesia1. Yes. Hello, Changnesia1. I want to know, how did you find out about DVDASA?
I looked around online for like different porn podcasts or, satellite radio shows, and then I found Asa, and then David's name was mentioned, and like I knew both of them from different things, like Asa for porn, David for his graffiti art and stuff, and yeah, that's how I found them, just through like a random search, and their names popped up online.
Very nice. Very nice indeed. Boy, is it getting windy. Oh, it's getting kind of chilly, too. Let's get these interviews out of the way. So, Changnesia1, who do you relate to most on DVDASA, and why?
The person I most relate to on the DVDASA podcast is Steve Lee, aka Kwang U. Like, we just got so much in common. Like, he's a little bit older than me, but like we're both kind of like not really doing too much, just like music, arts, creative types, just kind of trying to get our things started. Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
Good old Stevie Weeby. Yeah, I can see you and him being very similar. Very, very similar. You like your oils, he likes his oils. And you like to sleep in really late, he likes to sleep in really late. And yeah. So, I've known you for quite some time now, Changnesia1. I think we met in 6th grade. That's crazy. And I believe I got you high smoking marijuana for the first time ever. But my memory, it's a little, I smoke a lot and it kind of gets foggy. Why don't you refresh my memory and let me know how that first time, the first couple times smoking weed went?
Yeah. Alright, so my first time smoking weed was with you, SciFi. We were at this one park in San Francisco, Helen Wills, and you passed me the joint. I took a hit of it, and you and the other guys were like, hold it in, count to 10. And I did that, but like it started, the chest expansion, and I was like feeling the burn, and I started running around in circles, and you guys were like, the fuck's this guy's tripping out or whatever, or something, and you guys were laughing at me. But I didn't get high that first time. I was just like a little buzzed. The time I really got high was at one of our buddies' house at one time over by the tunnel. I took like 3 hits off that pipe, and y'all put on Armageddon, and I was tripping balls when like the explosions started happening. I was like freaking out, like, oh man, what the hell's going on? I was like, I turned to our buddy. I was like, I'm trying to cry, but no tears are coming out of my eyes because I was all cotton mouth, all dried up. It's like freaking out. Our buddy thought I was dying. He told me later on, like, I thought you were dying, man.
Oh yeah, I remember now. Yeah, you were tripping out when you were watching Armageddon. Tripping balls. So, Chinese Year One. I think it was a couple episodes ago. I was talking about going down on November 2nd to LA with you and Bindu. And I told a story of you shitting at least 9 times. And you said you had IBS. And since Dave has IBS and it is an actual symptom, somewhat of a disease or something, I don't know. But since this is a health podcast, I just wanted to know, how's your IBS doing these days?
It's alright, it's off and on. Like, it only happens if I'm, like, nervous. I'm going somewhere and, like, I don't know what's going on, or, like, like, in the case of November 2nd, like, I was just, like, excited and nervous, like, what's gonna happen? I'm gonna meet up all these strange people. At least I had you there, SciFi, and Bindu, I just met, like, from Dave's book signing at Upper Playground, but, like, all the other people, like, oh, man, I'm meeting them for the first time. But everything turned out okay. But yeah, these days, it's not as bad. It's not as bad. But, yeah, I gotta look for a bathroom, close by.
Well, that's really good to hear. I'm glad to hear it's under control. So, let's go with the same question I've been asking everybody else. Fuck, kill, marry. Asa, Heather, Kalila. Go for it.
I would marry Heather Leather.
But I want wise. No, I want wise. Why?
Why?
Why would you?
Why would I? Why would I marry Heather? She seems like a down ass chick, chill. Very, very accommodating, and she can be a little bit freaky too. I don't know about the shit thing, but I think I can accommodate that. I could give that a try. I would fuck Asa because she's a pro at it. So, but it would be pretty awesome. But the reason why I wouldn't put her for the other two is that one time she's like something about like slamming doors. Like I can't deal with chicks who do that. Like they make a scene out in public. I'm like, nah, you gotta keep everything cool, Keep the whatever problems you have with me or whatever, keep that behind doors. And then I would kill Kalila. It's just a numbers thing because it's only 3 you gotta pick. So sorry, Kalila. I feel bad you have like that heart condition, but it's a numbers game. Sorry. So that's my fuck, marry, kill.
Very nice. Everybody seems to either want to marry or everybody seems like they want to kill Kalila for some reason. Even me. Except for Grape. Grape doesn't. He wants that. He wants all of that. So, since we're on the subject of sex, when is the last time Chinese Yuan got some? When's the last time you got laid, Changnesia?
The last time I had sex? Probably 2 years ago. I'm single right now. Been single for quite a while. No serious relationships or anything like that. Try to, get lucky every now and then, get a one-night stand here and there, but, I've been known to frequent massage parlors every now and then. Visit the lady of the evening, get a little happy ending. So, last time was 2 years ago at a massage parlor. Yeah, it's been a while.
Oof. Been a while, huh? Alright, well, don't worry, man. Don't worry at all. Things happen. I got faith in you. So, I'm going to ask you a final question, and thank you for your time for this interview. easier one. So, if you could summarize DVDASA in one word, what would that word be? Go!
If I could summarize DVDASA in one word or a sentence, unfiltered, raw, and just ahead of its time.
You've written a sci-fi script before. And he's like, oh my God. I was like, SciFiReuben is trending so fucking hard right now. Like, and it just became this thing that I'm like,
SciFiReuben.
I don't like getting SciFiReuben, and I don't like getting lunched. So
SciFiReuben. That's beautiful.
Yes.
We're back. Yeah. So those interviews were awesome. Totally awesome. Ugh. Ooh. What? All right. So, episode 29, my favorite. But like I said before, I'm gonna do the trivia. Ugh. I'm surprised my throat's not on fire. I'm gonna do the trivia of what? Oh, hold up. Let me do this the right way too. Just like the introduction. It's that time of the night again. It's trivia with SciFi. All right, I never really said it out loud. All right, so let me go to Instagram. So I'll tell you guys the last week's answer was, the question was, what reason did your koozie boy Valentine give money to his brother? And nobody got it. So Grape Life had to come in and give the answer, because I guess he was bored. And well, it was his for his brother's automobile repair shop. That's going to start his own mechanic shop, and that's pretty much it. All right, so here we go. This is a Bobby trivia question, and it is, when Bobby was playing Dave and asking out Heather Leather, where did he say they were gonna go eat, or what kind of food? Mainly what kind of food they were going to eat. And boop, boop. There you go. So I'm just going to look back at that later on. So episode 29. Episode 29 was the one where I was, my name was said. Just like Bloody Mary and Candyman. Joey said the magic words, which were SciFiReuben, and boom! It's just shot out of that butthole like fucking after eating prunes. But before we get to that, we'll start off with episode 29 of DVDASA Saga 1 with special guest Kevin Hayes, the somewhat official first black guest, but I kind of disagree with that. And I would have to go, Slink Johnson was most definitely the first black guest. I mean, that guy, Black Jesus, is as black as you get. And Kevy, well, he was half Jewish, so he's a bluish black guy. And, yeah, he wasn't really that black. And they said that on the show. So, I mean, yeah. But he asked a great question on if DVDASA ever fucked. And, well, this is episode 29, but this is the first time they really went into the details of that little relationship they had. And Dave couldn't remember how many times he had sex with Asa. Seems like it was 6. 6 times. And, yeah, they went and watched Human Centipede. I really liked that movie. But whatever. And yeah, they went into about maybe 10-15 minutes of how they hooked up, which was from Yoshi telling him about that porn shoot, that first Asian American porn shoot in the United States of America. And Kenny Styles, he was banging all of them probably, because he's like the only Asian male performer. And that's when Dave met Asa. Just like when Harry met Sally. And after that, they hit it off, and, she couldn't drive back then, so he took her home, and, yeah, he didn't have anal sex, and he regrets that. But, it was a nice in-depth discussion on their relationship. But I think this was one of the best Jacuzzi Boy episodes also. This was the birth of Jacuzzi Boy. This was when Valentine talked a lot more than he does now. And, well, this is when he talked about meeting a chick on the bus. And everybody was shocked because nobody really picks up chicks on the bus. But Jacuzzi Boy did. And then they went to the mall together, and then they boned. They did some hanky-panky. And that was just the start of the birth of Jacuzzi Boy. Because I think they started talking about threesomes. I think Kevy and Dave were talking about threesomes, and if they would ever do threesomes with each other, or something like that. Or I think that was like the beginning of when Dave would talk about how he's had so much sex, the next thing is going to be either like fucking dudes or trannies or having threesomes with dudes. And they asked Jacuzzi Boy, hey, have you ever been in a threesome with a dude? And he was like, yup. And this was the Carnitas party while he and a friend were in a jacuzzi. And, well, there was a chick there that wanted to get a busto on her. She wanted a little threesome with Jacuzzi Boy and some other dude. Oh yeah, and then before that story, he talked about, because they talked about how Kevy doesn't really like going to strip clubs. And, because then also, she started talking about how it's a waste of money, like a lot of dudes think it's a waste of money. And that, yeah, it's like a big fat tease. Even Dave agreed. But, they asked the Jacuzzi Boy, you ever fucked in a strip club? And he was like, yup. And then he talked about how his friend paid like $1,000 for him to like fucking have sex in the champagne room. So there's like 3 stories of Jacuzzi Boy right there. And like I said, we had the threesome in the jacuzzi, and that was the birth of the Jacuzzi Boy. This episode is pretty fucking epic. Except for the trivia, but we'll get to that later. So then, yeah, you have Jacuzzi Boy, and he had a big fat fucking episode where he talked like a lot and had 3 great stories. And then Dave started talking about how he used to get lunched a lot. And, well, we all know where this is going. But, yeah, he was looking for an assistant, and one of his friends had told him about a thing about if you pick The fish fillet at McDonald's are pretty much weird and crazy. And then they did the sandwich one, where it was like a hamburger, chicken sandwich, a grilled cheese sandwich, a Reuben, and I don't know, I forgot the last one. And the Reuben was, of course, the crazy, weird sandwich. It meant you were a weirdo. And a lot of these assistants, they had a trend that they were setting that was they would pretty much pick the Reuben, and then they all also had SciFi scripts. And you put those all together, and it was the birth of the SciFiReuben. That's me. And yeah, like I said before, that freed me out of Orion's butthole. And if you are wondering what the fuck I'm talking about, you could go check out I don't know if it's on iTunes, but the bonus footage where I talk about my life struggles. Yeah, that's on YouTube. It's like a little 8-minute video. And yeah, I got freed. And, I had to pay my dues to Joey, so this is why I'm doing this now. Because he freed me. So then we have that, but that led to a little bit of a argument, kinda. It wasn't, after Yoshi, this was the second kinda like somebody got in trouble, but he really, I don't know, he didn't get yelled at like Yoshi did, but he still kinda looked stupid. They made him look kinda dumb. And that is Juan. And he probably either got fired or quit pretty much sometime after this. So yeah, he said that producer Juan was tried to lunch him, and he had a movie idea he wanted to use the warehouse for. And Dave doesn't like that, not one bit. And he called him out on the show. He said, well, if you can, Grape Life, why don't you throw in some audio of that little scuffle there? It wasn't that bad, but go ahead.
When did Juan come on the show with the... Hey, Juan, when did you come on the show with the chips?
Well, that was...
Here, someone make room for Juan.
It was like 3 weeks ago.
Juan,
Come sit here.
Juan, come on the show for a second. Here, bring that chair. Sit next to Valentine. Don't sit too close to me. So Juan, what was told to you about how to deal with me?
Yeah, more or less what you described.
Oh, so that was true.
It was
I don't know when people are being serious.
There was
with
a
me.
reason for it. It was like Dave's too busy to deal with stuff, so basically there was kind of they were like a buffer between but it was just because you're it was like because you're too busy to deal with little shit.
You're that guy?
I never said that.
You're like J-Lo.
Hold on. I never said this. This is someone speaking for me.
Okay.
And I love them for it.
Well,
they make us force field around me. So, can you? Let me put it this way. People go, "What do you do all day?" If I had, I can't. I don't know. I don't remember if I talked about this before. If I draw a birthday card for my mom, then I have to draw one for my dad. Then all my aunts and uncles find out. I could literally spend my entire life drawing birthday cards, right? Like, and never do anything. Like, it's always someone's fucking birthday, right?
Always.
So I can't just draw the cards anymore. What happens if I go on one lunch? Then I gotta go on the other fucking lunch. Then why did you go to lunch with them? I don't like to be lunched. So this fucker Juan tried to lunch me last week. I get a text from Juan. He goes, hey, Dave.
I didn't ask you to go to lunch though.
You did ask me to go to lunch.
I asked you if you wanted to meet for coffee or hang out.
Okay, coffee is lunch. You tried to lunch me, motherfucker, and it wasn't a sci-fi script, right?
No, not at all.
It was a cannibal script.
No. It's an artistic piece, man. That's the thing.
I'm gonna fucking kill you right now. So Critter was down here just because Critter likes to get away from me. Like the rest of the week, the podcast room is not used. So Critter likes to come in this corner and he sits on his
VIP
beanbag
chair?
and he just and he just like texts and does whatever, watches sports. So I came down here looking for Critter, and I was like, oh shit, Juan's here. Juan wanted to get lunch, but I don't want to get lunched, so I'm just gonna fucking see what he wants. And you fucking SciFiReuben me, and
no way.
Yes,
dude.
Fucking way, dude. Like,
okay, can I explain to everybody
all right, you
what
can
I
explain.
What
what I
sandwich
pitched?
would you have chosen? The Reuben.
I don't
Be
know.
honest.
What sandwich would I have chosen?
Yeah.
Out of let me see if I can remember them all.
No, don't think of them. I mean, just
probably a
what would you
burger. I like burgers, so I probably would have picked the burger. Yeah.
I'm suspicious.
Suspicious about what? I'm not a big Reuben. I'm not. I don't like.
All right, I'm just saying
salty,
to you. I'm just saying to you, Juan. You know I like you. I like you on the show. This
Of
and
course,
that.
yeah.
And like, Asa's going, ew. You're like J-Lo. This and that. But do you understand how many scripts I get pitched every day?
Absolutely.
Do you understand how many like? I mean, do you understand like the?
I wasn't okay, but
It's
like I said, if I explain to everybody, it might make more sense too.
Okay, explain.
Yeah. So basically, I'm not even. First of all, I've never been involved in filmmaking before. I've just been a big fan of films for a long time. So I've been watching movies for 10 years. But I by trade, I'm a musician. I'm a composer and a songwriter, and then I also do other sound work on the side, like this, like engineering. So I got into just because movies all suck now. They're all fucking garbage.
Okay, I'm cutting you off.
So no, hold on.
No, Juan, because now I'm reliving the nightmare again.
I'm gonna sum it up real fast.
Now I'm reliving. No,
I started writing ideas for movies.
I come in here and Juan's like, "Hey, dude, I didn't even fucking think about this, but
yeah,
I used to write scripts," and I was like, "Oh fuck, dude, how the fuck do I get out of this room?"
No,
right
I
now?
just started recently.
Yeah, I didn't even
It's a
think
new
about
thing.
it, and it's just I write scripts, and I'm like, shit, I need to get the fuck out of here. And like, one of the scripts I wrote is, it just happens to take in a warehouse, and
yes,
fuck, dude, you have a warehouse.
That's correct.
And I'm like, I'm looking at Critter, and his face is turning red, and he's like, Critter, and I'm like, oh god, like. Do you understand that like my life is trying to like get out of like a million duck and weave kind of situations? Is like,
sure I do.
Hey man.
So what? You just wanted to use the warehouse as a location?
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
There's no, and not only that,
Everyone wants to use the warehouse. You wanted to use the warehouse for a blowbang.
I actually wanted
like
to,
everyone wants to use the fucking warehouse for a location.
I wanted to have Dave on board as art director as well because it involves a big sculpture.
Yeah,
it's a big central thing in the film.
Whatever a blowbang is, I want that here. I would like to see that.
No, you don't. You didn't hear Yoshi's thing of what a blowbang smells like, man ass or whatever, and so.
And if not, you could cut this part out. So yeah, he got a little bitch that. And he was sticking up for himself a lot. He said he was gonna make that movie, didn't he? Don't know if he did or not, but he did get those chips for Dave after Yoshi did he did eat the chips, and this guy actually had a friend in Japan that brought some back, so that was pretty nice of him. And then this happened, and then he's gone. So who knows? But yeah. So that kind of happened, and then we're off to Bobby Trivia. He didn't have any trivia, really. And it's kind of weird because I remember after this episode, when Kevy wasn't there, he had a lot of hockey trivia that he had set up for his friend Kevin Hayes. So it's like he had the trivia, but he was really drunk. And if I do remember, this was the time that they got him drunk and recorded the first Bobby Trivia album, because I remember when they talked about in Saga 2, about the second album he did, he said, yeah, the first time we did it, he was wasted, and his friend Kevy was there. And we all know that. Well, Kevy kind of pushed Bobby aside, and now him and Stevie Weeby are best buds, pretty much. So I think this was the birth of the Bobby Trivia album. But your trivia for this episode, well, it's, I'm not going to give you an F because, You were wasted. So I'll give you a C. But you didn't do much in this episode, but this was a very good episode. Give this one 5. 5 Reubens, most deaf. And, yeah, I like that episode. That's my number 1 favorite episode. So hopefully next week we will have Grape Life's favorite episode. And I will ask you guys, what's your favorite episode? So now this is the part of the show. And I know a lot of people like this part of the show because it's all about the fans or the fam. You guys. It's time for the shout-outs of the week. Yeah, shout-outs of the week. Woo. All right. So we got a lot of questions this week. That's for fucking sure. But first, the shout-outs. So we got the first shout-out is FTNKNY. I think that means Fat Neck, New York. Why don't you show a picture of him and his big old jugs of Nuru? Boom! Yeah, he's ready for some slip and slide action, ain't he? He's ready to slide around something, that's for sure. But I'm going to give you a whoop all the way in New York. Next up, we got Framsky55. Whoop, Framsky55. Show up put that drawing he did of Bobby Trivia on his way to, I think it was the butthole of Orion. I'll throw that up. Boom. And then, next we have Warm Wormhole. Whoop to you. Motherfucker. Throw his shit up there. Boom. Throw a bunch of shit up there. Boom, boom, boom. I just like you putting the pictures up when I go boom. And we got up next, these guys are regulars. And, well, we got Be Happy 4430 in Changnesia 1 once again. Thank you guys for supporting the show. It's fucking awesome. And I'm going to give you both a whoop, motherfuckers. And this one's kind of funky. Because it's the DVDASA family. And yeah, I'm going to give you a whoop too. You mysterious person, you. And why don't we throw up some, throw the shout out. Boom. And if you want to show some more of this person, he or she, we don't know who you are, sir or miss. Throw some more stuff up there. Boom. Boom. And then, this one wasn't really a shout out, but I just want to show this guy's infected Munko tattoo. So, Tubes Corp, I think he said. Well, look at that. Boom. Look at that thing. You get that checked out, man. Yeah. Some people are probably a little disgusted, but whatever. Still giving you a big whoop. So thank you for showing me your infected Munko tattoo. If anybody else has any infections or anything, I'm down with it, so you can shoot those over here too. And that's gonna do it for the shout-outs of the week. So if you guys ever want me to shout you out, you just go on Instagram, promote the show, take a screenshot of it, show me anything with the DVDASA recap show involved in it, and I'll shout you out right about this time. And if you have any questions on email, if you want to email me any questions, you can hit me up at SciFiReuben@gmail.com. I'm going to check right now, but I feel like I'm Saul Goodman from Better Call Saul checking his voicemails, and hitting that button because there are you have 0 messages. But I did get one from Reddit. Chignesia relayed the message to me. It is from Octi. And this person asked me how I like my OJ. No pulp, little pulp, hella pulp. Or a lot of pulp. And I like a lot. I like that shit. I like it thick and pulpy as fuck. So, I guess that's that. Oh, I totally should have asked Grape Life what he thought of episode 29. So, sorry, Grape Life. I totally forgot. I'm sorry. I did just smoke, so I might. I'm a little high as a kite right now, so why don't you go ahead and tell us what you thought of episode 29.
I was wondering when you were gonna fucking ask me something. I was kind of hoping secretly that you were gonna ask me if I'd ever had a threesome. But you didn't, so unfortunately, I'll have to save that story for another day. God, I fucking use a lot of vocal fry when I speak. Ugh. If any of you guys listen to Your Mom's House podcast, you'd know the significance of vocal fry. Honestly. Alright, though. Recap are my thoughts of episode 29. It was a fucking great classic episode. I forgot how awesome it was. Birth of SciFiReuben, of course. Old school panty cam and 4cam view was pretty fucking awesome. And fucking what else? What else had me going in that episode? Shit. Val's stories were classic. It was like a non-stop Val train in this fucking episode. I could not believe how many classic DVDASA memes were born just from this episode alone. And like SciFi said, the trivia sucked a fat dick because Bobby, for some reason, decided he wasn't going to do it. Probably, like they said, he was drunk, and this was probably the start of the Bobby trivia album. But it reminds me of how much I love the old school classic episodes. I don't want it to go back that way or anything, but I like reminiscing, and it just makes me see how much the show has evolved and changed over the years that it's been around. And hell, we also get to hear the story of Dave and Asa and how they hooked up. So a lot came out in that episode, and it was pretty fucking cool, man.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Woo. All right. And while we got Grape Life on well, this is a new segment I'm going to try out, and it's called Rapid Fire with Grape Life. Rapid Fire! Yeah! And I'm just going to ask him a bunch of questions really fast, and then he's going to answer them really fast. First question. What's your favorite color, Grape Life?
Black. Only because the color of the night sky and like galaxies in the universe don't really count. So, black.
Black, huh? Yeah, you gothic fucker. You cyber goth. What are you, 15? Black? God. Alright, next. Who's your favorite porn star?
I gotta go with Asa Akira and Dana DeArmond because I prefer amateur porn, but you can't really pick a favorite porn star when it comes to amateur porn, so I had to go with those two. Submit your flicks, baby.
Asa, that's such a safe answer. Asa, actually, you know what? My favorite porn star was mentioned in episode 29. And, well, it was somebody that had to deal with Critter. So, if you haven't listened to it and don't know who I'm talking about, you can check that out in episode 29. All right. What's your favorite ice cream, buddy?
Butter pecan, because I'm not afraid of them nuts, bitch.
Butter pecan? That's crazy. I don't even think I've ever had that. Because I don't like pecans. I don't like nuts. Unless they're like honey roasted peanuts. Anyway, how tall are you?
5'1" and some change. Without shoes.
5.1. 5 feet 1 inch? Jesus Christ, my dick's like a foot. So, wow. You're tiny, man. You're a tiny grape. Let's call him Tiny Grape. Hashtag Tiny Grape. Tiny Grape. All right, how old were you when your uncle played with your ball?
Ooh, asking the tough questions. It wasn't my uncle. Ooh. Awkward.
Nah, don't try to get out of that one, motherfucker. I know you did. 6. I'm going with 6. And my final question for you, Grape Life. Wait, let me start that over because it's a mindfuck of a question. But what you do and how you do, also why you love and why not hate.
Fuck you.
My words exactly. All right, now it's time for the fam questions. And we got a bunch this time. Oh, boy. Oh. Let me just check that Instagram post. So far, nobody. All right. So let's start with the DVDASA recap show account. I think these are for both of us. Oh, they are because I remember posting this myself. All right, so let's see. Start from the beginning. Oh, Quiet Sink wants to know, what's my drug of choice? My drug of choice would be weed. And then second would be ecstasy. Mollies. Back then when I was doing them, they were called ecstasy. But, yeah, mollies or whatever. What about you, Grape?
I'm gonna go with weed and mushrooms. Or any psychedelics, but mushrooms are the only ones I've really done. Wouldn't mind trying MDMA. And my brain and my body apparently love opiates, but I don't fuck with those anymore. So, yeah.
That's great. Super awesome. He also wants to ask, Quiet Sink also wants to ask, the strangest place you masturbated. I think it was work. It's just work in the bathroom at work. Pretty lame, I know. But, yeah, you know, it's just one of those days. One of those days where you gotta whack it in the bathroom at work. And you gotta be quick. Somebody will be banging on that door like, what the fuck are you doing in there? So what about you, Grape?
Where is the craziest place I've jerked off? Well, let's see. Like you, SciFi, I've jerked off at the job before. But the craziest place was in my car, driving on the freeway. Bam!
Tiny Grape. Tiny Grape. Anthony Chine from down under, Mike. From Australia. How many blunts can you give to a mongoose before that nigger eats your fridge out? 1? I'm gonna go with 1. Grape Life, you want to get to that?
My God, these fucking Australians and their questions. Fuck.
Mm-hmm. All right. Did you buy anything? Oh, sorry. I should say Lucas Sink. He wants to ask, did you buy anything in the DVD ASA 50% sale? Keep the podcast up. I did not, because I just recently got some stuff, and, well, I was shit out of luck. I would have saved half my money. But whatever. What about you, Grape Life?
Nope, didn't buy anything. I thought about getting a poncho or a rug, but they didn't really have anyone that I really wanted. And then I looked for the asshole blanket, and they removed it for that sale. They actually removed a couple items for the sale, probably because they would have like lost money if they had sold them there. Anyway, no, I've got enough stuff. I've got plenty of shirts and all sorts of things. So no, like SciFi, I would have saved some money if I'd waited, but fuck it.
Yep. All right. Young doctor from New Zealand, YUNGDR. All-time favorite episode, guests. Or favorite episode / guests. Well, my favorite episodes was episode 29. And my favorite guest... God damn, I should have thought of that. Lisa Ling was cool because it was like a different type of, felt like a different show almost. And I like that one with her. I can't really think of my all-time favorite guest. What about you, Grape Life? And then I'll think about it.
Well, let's see. I already went over my favorite episodes just a few minutes ago. And as far as my favorite guests go, I always like it when Mauricio Bizowitz is on, which I mentioned. The first few Bobby Lee episodes, obviously the first few Stevie Weeby episodes. The Eli Roth one was good. Jim Norton's always fucking hilarious on whatever he does, and he fits in perfectly with them fuckers. Kevin Smith was pretty cool. Zell, I miss Zell. Oh god, I miss Zell so much. She was awesome. I mean, how could you not love the 5-hour blowjob episode? And then the David Chang episodes are always golden. You know what? I think I'll stop there. I mean, in general, what I've noticed is a lot of the recurring guests that kind of become staples of the show, their first few episodes that made them so likable, those are usually my favorite episodes. So, yeah.
I like Lisa Ling. I think that might be one of my favorites. He also has a sports question. Oh, boy. Favorite sports / teams. Favorite sports is football and the UFC. I like baseball, basketball. I can shoot these out real quick. Basketball, the Warriors. Baseball, the Giants. And football, the 49ers. And the UFC, my favorite fighter. I like Ronda Rousey. She's pretty good. And I like Travis Brown. I like fools that just bring it and they don't fuck around, just fight. So, what about you, Grape Life?
I'm not really into sports all that much. Aside from the UFC and, MMA, I kind of don't really fucking care all that much. And I have fighters that I like, but I don't even follow them that closely. I rather just kind of watch the fights and be entertained and be in awe at the amazing athleticism that these people possess and the skill and ability to do what they do. So, and I'm sure I could find that in other sports, but I just don't care that much for them.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Favorite board game, Candyland. And you, Grape Life?
That's crazy, SciFi. That was one of my favorite games as a kid. Now, I don't know. I'll play Monopoly, but you know how that goes. No one ever fucking finishes the game. I don't know. I don't feel like thinking about that one right now, so, fuck off.
All right. Be Happy 4430 wants to know, what's the craziest thing you ever done? I started a fire and almost burnt the place down. It was like 6-story building that almost just went all down. Might not want to talk about that. I'll save that one for that story for some other time. But yeah, I almost burned a house down because I used to be a fucking pyro. How about you, Grape Life?
What's the craziest thing I've ever done? This fucking show. No, but I'm not much of a crazy risk taker kind of person. I'm sure there's something, but I don't have the greatest fucking memory. I'd have to talk to one of my friends, and they could probably tell me. Other than that, most of my crazy stories have to do with sex. So I'm saving those stories because they're too good to share during a quick little AMA. Plus, I don't feel like editing all goddamn day. So, yeah.
You crazy motherfucker. What the fuck? You crazy. Little tiny grape. Crazy tiny grape. Alright. Nixa Fixins. I think that's how I say your name. Nixa Fixins. What's your favorite podcast, excluding Joe Rogan? I really like Bill Burr, and I like Opie and Anthony. Those, they always make me fucking laugh. Sometimes I'm dying during those. Especially when Jim Norton rags on, like, the callers. I don't know. He seems really more funny when he's just organic and comes up with shit than his stand-up. So I'd say the Bill Burr and Opie and Anthony show. Or podcasts, actually. I don't have Sirius. I just listen to those, so I know I'm missing a lot. But they still make me laugh. And Grape Life, you said 1. I know you got like fucking... You listen to like over 40 hours of podcasts a week, so what's your other favorite one? Probably Duncan Trussell or Ari Shaffir or some shit like that. Go for it.
Yep, SciFi's totally right. I listen to so many fucking podcasts, and I'm not gonna name just one, so fuck off. Let's see. Yeah, I love Ari Shaffir Skeptic Tank. Yeah, I love Duncan Trussell Family Hour. How can you not love that? It's special, and he goes on the best fucking rants ever, and it touches me in my heart. Let's see. I love Punch Drunk Sports, and see, I don't even like sports, and I love Punch Drunk. That show makes me laugh. Church of What's Happening Now with Uncle Joey Coco Diaz. How can you not love that? A lot of the stuff that Red Band puts out, I love. So, Kill Tony and whatnot. For Really Show, of course. How can you not like For Really Show? I think a lot of us DVDASA fans like For Really. Let's see. When I'm want to get a little hipster action going on, I'll listen to Occasionally Awesome with Nick Youssef and Kevin Christie. Simply Don the Podcast. I listen to that one sometimes. 10-minute podcast. I love that. Burtcast can be pretty good. It depends if I feel like listening to Bert Kreischer laugh like sounds like an otter. In Your Mom's House. My God, that's one of my favorites as well. They're only doing it once a week now, but God, if you know the show, you know I love it because I make references to it all the fucking time. So, jeans up, motherfuckers. Bikes!
I knew it. Anyway, Nixa Fixins also asks, is it me or does Brendan Schwab come off as a douchebag with a good sense of humor? I think he's just a douchebag, really. I got into that last episode, and I don't know, it's just something rubs me the wrong way. He's too damn cocky, and he doesn't have shit to back it up with. It's like, you're so fucking cocky, but you haven't won a fight in a couple years. And Grape Life doesn't know who Brendan Schwab is, probably, so... What was your least favorite DVD ASA moment or guest that many others consider awesome? Oh, shit. My least favorite DVD ASA moment, I would have to say... shit, I don't know. That's a real good question. I really like Joe Rogan because he didn't do trivia. And I'm all about that trivia, yo. You can't fucking play that, but you can fucking eat bugs and shit. We all seen him eat bugs sometimes to hype up the players on Fear Factor, but you can't fucking smell the lobe if you lose. Yeah, I kind of have to go with that one. I mean, I have nothing against Joe Rogan, but I thought that was kind of a dick move. I mean, come on, it's fucking trivia. Jesus Christ. What about you, Grape Life?
Yeah, SciFi, I kind of agree with you on the Joe Rogan thing. I mean, I liked it, but it was kind of like just like what you'd get when you listen to the Joe Rogan Experience. And he didn't play along with trivia, so that was kind of weird and awkward, but hey, whatever. But actually, the David Arquette episode was kind of awkward. I think Dave was, and when I say Dave, I mean David Arquette. I think he was drunk, maybe, or high, or who fucking knows. I don't know, that one didn't really keep my attention, and something weird about it. I don't, anyway.
All right, yeah. I don't know what you said, but it probably went on for 10 minutes. All right, Chinese01. He wants to ask, fresh off the boat TV show, have y'all seen it? What y'all think of it? The good and bad. I've seen the show, and I enjoyed I haven't seen the third one, but I saw the first two, and I liked those a lot. The good is, it's a new type of show with the Asian show, and it's good. They're doing a good job so far, but this also goes into the bad, which is they're going to cut out a lot of shit that was in the book to make it ABC friendly and have like all these fucking people try to check it out. So they're going to be cutting out a lot of shit. Plus, I don't know, the mom, she's a cutie, but she just doesn't seem like she's really that Asian. And that's pretty much it. She's not convincing. The parents are too young and too good looking, if you ask me, but that's Hollywood, right? And what about you, Grape Life? You check it out? I'm gonna go with no. Probably too busy working on the podcast.
Oh, SciFi, you know me so well. But I do intend on checking it out when I get a chance. I almost watched it last night, but I fucking fell asleep before I could even find it. So, it looks cool. I'm sure it's probably pretty good. I've been hearing a lot about it, so I look forward to seeing it, but gotta wait until I've got a little more free time, because right now, sleeping is a challenge, let alone getting anything else done. So, totally gonna check it out soon.
Yep, that's what I thought. And then Anthony Chang also has, fuck, you guys are hitting us with these, like, questions I gotta think about. Grape Life probably has all the way till Sunday to think about the answers he's gonna put in, but he asked, favorite movies of all time. There's so many movies out there, I can't just pick one. I mean, for a family film, I would say I like Goonies. The Goonies. The motherfucking Goonies. For an action film, well, I'm really into these raid movies. So, for like a sci-fi movie, shit. I would have to say I'm a big fan of Jurassic Park. I'm gonna admit that now. And that new one looks pretty dope, especially with they train the goddamn velociraptors like the fucking dogs. And they can fucking do whatever they want. And Independence Day was a big fucking thing for me when I was a kid. I remember I was like number 2 in line when I saw that and waited in line. That was probably one of the movies I waited in line the longest for. And it didn't disappoint. I really enjoyed that movie. Except they don't look anything like that. I don't know. That's a lot of movies I just put out there, so I don't. Fuck. Requiem for a Dream and City of God are pretty fucking awesome, too. Grape Life, what about you?
Confession time. I don't think I saw all the questions on the joined AMA or your AMA. So I didn't get to think about this one in advance either. So I don't know. I hate questions like this because there's lots of movies that I like, but it's like I don't know what sticks out in my mind. I guess I'll say, Pulp Fiction, only because I watched it again recently and remembered how much I fucking love the movie. But there's lots of great movies out there, and yeah, I really don't feel like answering this question. So I'm going to be an asshole and give the obligatory fuck off.
Yeah, fuck you, Anthony Chang, for making me fucking think of that question. I don't know. There's too many movies to pick. Fuck. And then Skullbite wants to ask, how come when you sneeze and fart at the same time, the fart hurts a little bit? It don't hurt for me. And what about you, Grape Life? That shit don't hurt.
I actually do know what you're talking about. Skullbite, bite, whatever it is. I think it's actually because when you sneeze, your muscles tighten, including your sphincter. And if a fart's gonna come out while you're sneezing, you've got all this air trying to be forced out of a hole that is squeezing extra fucking tight, and it's just gonna hurt a little. And I bet you the pitch of that fart is probably higher than if it were just a regular fart. So I don't know, maybe give it a try sometime. Next time you're going to take well, you may not even be able to recreate it fully, but maybe next time you fart, kind of use your muscles to force yourself to fart, but at the same time squeeze your butthole as tight as humanly possible. And see, maybe it'll hurt a little bit.
You're a weird person. All right, let's go to Grape Life's questions. You guys want Grape Life to answer them, and he will. Well, there's so many. Jesus Christ, what the fuck? 48 comments? Oh, not all of these are questions, it looks like. Yeah. All right, Young Critter wants to ask you, have you ever been mugged? That's a really good question, Young Critter. You should ask me that. I have some crazy stories about getting mugged. And, well, guess I can't tell them. So, Grape Life, go for it.
Nah, bro. Never been mugged. I guess because I live close enough to Detroit to know that you should probably stay the fuck away from Detroit. Or at least stay away from the nasty parts at the wrong time.
All right. That was great. Tiny Grape. Be happy. She's got 3. What is your biggest regret in life and why? Boy, I'm glad I didn't get that. Go for it.
Oh, look, another question from B. My biggest regret in life? I don't fucking know. I don't regret much. There is one thing, I guess, that I kind of regret. And when people ask, this is the thing that I always tell them, and it is passing up a 3-way, potentially a 4-way, with 2 and or 3 other women. So that's a bit of a regret, because I don't think there's any way I could ever get back to that time in my life, that age, those age of women, and just the carefree craziness that they possessed that would have led to those circumstances. So I suppose that's a regret, but it's not like most people's regrets. It's not all serious. It just would have been really fun, and I'm getting kind of depressed now thinking about it. Fuck. Anyone got a time machine? Anyone?
All right, she also wants to know, if you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be and why? I'm glad I didn't get that one.
I wouldn't change anything. Nothing. Okay, if I had to pick one thing, it would be the fact that my body likes opiates so much. Because if I was one of those people that never really liked it that much or got into it, I probably wouldn't have had some of the problems that I had with them. So I suppose that's it. If I had to change something, that would be it.
Everything? Well, what's wrong with you, man? You good. Don't trip. All right. What do you love most about DVDASA and why?
God damn, Oprah. Fucking cool it with the questions. So what I love about DVDASA, I love the stories. I love the openness and rags to riches sort of feel that it has, I guess. And I love the fact that it's just entertaining. I mean, it doesn't matter if everything's true or not. It has this kind of just fun, careless vibe to it that attracts a lot of people. And it's kind of like saying, like, anyone is welcome, despite the fact it's not for everyone. So I guess that's what I love about it. I mean, it's strange. I've never really, like, deeply thought about it. I just kind of, it's something I really enjoy, and I kind of latched onto it more than other podcasts, and I saw something special in it, but I never really took too much time to really think about why that was. I just kind of looked at it and said, is this providing something positive in my life or not? Is it an addiction, or is it something that is helping me move forward in a positive way? And I decided that it was a positive thing in my life, and that's why I still listen and I'm still into it. I guess that answers the question, right?
Yeah. We got Tiny Rage wants to ask Tiny Grape a question. What's your favorite cartoon?
Oh, hey, Tiny Rage. My favorite cartoon, well, South Park is a classic, and that'll always be in my favorites. And recently, I would say Rick and Morty is pretty fucking hilarious. It's a cartoon by Dan Harmon. I don't know what channel it's on because I don't have TV. I just watch it online when I can. Although, you know, when I was a kid, I fucking loved the Animaniacs. That was one of my favorite cartoons as a youngin'.
Did he say My Little Pony? He looks like a brony, doesn't he? Brony. All right, DVDASA John wants to ask you, do you regret sucking that guy's dick last year, or are you proud that you made that dude come in less than 5 minutes? Ooh, that's a good question, buddy. From down under.
Well, DVDASA John, now I know who fucking roofied me. Thanks a lot, buddy. Thanks a lot. On the bright side, at least now I know why when I woke up, my mouth tasted like Foster's and Bloomin' Onion. I swear to God, these fucking Australians. I don't know how there are any new kids in that country. They're all gay. All of them. Every single fucking one. At least all the ones I know, they're gay. What the fuck? Maybe they swing both ways. They must swing both ways. That's gotta be it. Must just be really sexually open in Australia. That's gotta be it. Anyway, thanks for the cock in my mouth, John.
So what is it? All right. Be happy once again. Well, she kind of already asked us. It's about the craziest thing we've ever done, so I guess we're done with that one. All right. Quiet Sink wants to ask you, have you ever dry humped in the dry lake?
What's up, Quiet Sink? No, I've never dry humped in the dry lake, but that's on my bucket list, so hopefully one day I'll get to do that.
I feel like that was a long one. Runaround Susie wants to ask you, fuck, marry, kill. Herself, 69, Dama 69, and be happy 4430.
Isn't this a racy little question? Well, B, after all the questions you fucking asked, I've got to kill you. Otherwise, I'd probably kill myself. No, but seriously, I couldn't do the rape fantasy thing. It's just not my thing. Just not my thing. Sorry. I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that are totally into that, and you're going to make a lot of guys happy. But it's just not my thing. I love you anyway, though. Who would I marry? Oh, who would I marry? I would marry 69 Dama 69. Here's why. Marry 69 Dama 69. It gets me close to Broken's sketchbook. And we all know he has genetic perfection with his 4 nipples. And so they would have a child, and I, by proxy, would kind of be a parent to that child, and I would be able to say I was the father of, hopefully, another genetically perfect child. And if I'm really lucky, it would be a girl that has 4 nipples. I mean, how awesome would that be? And then, when she gets older, she could have 4 tits. And while her lower 2 tits may not actually grow like into breasts, I would pay as you know, the father by proxy should. I will pay for the breast augmentation surgery to make them into full-fledged tits, and it will be a beautiful day because she will be the first person ever to have 4 perfect tits, bore from a father with 4 genetically perfect nipples. And I'll be part of that. I'll be part of that. And that is why I would marry 69 Dama 69. What's left? Oh, who do I fuck? Well, I guess that just leaves Runner on Susie, doesn't it? Aren't you the winner chicken dinner? Susie's pretty cool. Plus, you were the first person to notice my weird obsession with ass play. I mean, who else has done that? You pay attention. You get a gold star. And a fuck. Lucky you. Alright, there's my answers.
Next question. FTNKNY, Fat Neck New York, wants to know the length and girth of your, I guess, dick.
For accuracy, I made sure to measure it just a couple minutes ago. So, the answer to your question is, the length is a healthy 6 inches. I'm actually pretty excited about this. I've, lost some weight, and it really made my dick bigger. So I was just under 6, but now I'm at a healthy 6 with the with a little bit of weight loss, and I didn't even lose that much weight. I must carry a lot of fat and weight in my pelvic region, eh? I mean, I've heard of really overweight guys having their dick kind of disappear due to being too fat, but I really didn't lose that much. But hey, I'm not complaining. In the girth, it was, what was it? It was like 4.5-ish, something like that. It was just past 4.5 inches. I don't know if that's good or bad, but whatever. And by 4.5 inches, I mean the circumference, not the diameter. I do not have a fucking Coke can penis. I'm sure SciFi is going to have some insecure remark to say about my dick being small, but that's okay. Because I have no intention of ever putting it in your mouth or your ass, so you don't have to worry about it.
What did he say? 5 millimeters? 5.1 millimeters? Ziggy Gas 1. He wants to know, are you queer as a $3 bill? I was wondering that myself, Ziggy, so go for it.
Well, Ziggy, if you listen to the show, you would know I've already answered this question. No, I'm not queer or gay. Sorry. But I will say, based on my actions and the things I've done lately, I can see how people would continue to keep questioning that, because I am not doing myself any favors in that whole area. But as far as I'm concerned, I really don't care if people think that or not. So if you want me to be queer, I will be queer for you. Alright, baby? Yeah. This is my queer voice. I wouldn't have the lisp. I would just I just raise the pitch a little bit and talk like this. Yeah. And then when things get hot and heavy and wild and riled up, I'll get all horny and I'll be like, I'll suck your dick.
Yeah. Framsky55, describe your ideal female nipple.
What's up, Framsky? Well, I'm not a nipple Nazi, so I really don't care that much what they look like, as long as it's not like super like pancake sized, asymmetrical, and never really gets hard. I really don't care. I'll take them. You know what? I actually kind of like puffy nipples a little bit. Now that I think about it, there's something about that, like, you know, that 70s and 80s movie type nipple that's kind of got that puffiness to it. I kind of like those. I guess maybe because it reminds me of my youth. That's kind of hot. But in general, I mean, I don't care. But if you got puffy nipples, I'll take them. Even if, you know, your boobs aren't that large. I don't mind. Same thing with boobs. Size isn't that big of a deal to me, you know. But, I mean, yeah. Well, we'll just stop there for now. All right, then.
What the hell? He also asked, underboob or side boob? What's your preference, buddy?
God damn, Ski Framsky. I can't choose that. God, underboob or side boob. I fucking love them both. Like, side boob is really fucking awesome. Like, sometimes when, you know, a woman's wearing the right kind of dress, I mean, it can be really hot. Or any, you know, the right kind of top in general. That can be really, really sexy. And then underboob, same thing. That's pretty hot as well. But I guess you're more likely to see side boob in public and in kind of like nice clothing than you would underboob. Underboob's kind of more of a thing that you just catch as a woman's taking her clothes off, or as maybe if she's wearing like a ill-fitting bikini or something. I don't know. Underboob reminds me more of those like early 90s posters with the women with like those cut off kind of belly shirt looking things with their underboob hanging out and spandex. I don't fucking know. All right, man. Good job. Good question, Framsky. Good question. Thanks for not talking about me sucking dick.
All right. An OC. He asked, how many times has DVDASA John come inside that furry little mouth of yours?
All right. I think we have all the proof we need that there is some serious homoerotic juju going around with our friends down under. I'm not so much seeing it from the people that live in New Zealand. It is just those Australian fuckers. They just cannot get off the thought of gay sex. But hey, whatever. What was the question? How many times have I let DVDASA John come in my furry little mouth? As far as I know, only once, because he roofied me. But now that I think about it, it may not have even been him, because I obviously don't remember. So, yeah. I guess he's a big fan of Bill Cosby. Hey? Yeah? Hey? Uh-huh. Alright, no more of these fuck off. Yeah, I said it again. Fuck off. I say that a lot. I've said that way too many times this episode. I'd edit it out, but I've been working on this for way too fucking long. Alright, I'm done.
Ooh, 18? Jeez, guys. Who's paying for that trip down under? And, there's a lot of stuff going on here. I'm just gonna Alright. Ethan B., West Virginia. He says, here's a DVDASA classic, Grape Life. Would you be willing to lose an inch of your dick to be a foot taller? I think this was, they talked about this with James Jean. Yeah, would you, Grape Life?
Well, despite the fact that I'm probably the shortest male that any of you out there know, I would not make that trade. I'd much rather be a short guy that has a dick that looks like a kickstand than an average height man with a cock that looks like a thumb. No thank you. Totally cool with my height, bro. And my dick.
All right. And that is the questions for Grape Life. Good job, buddy. Give yourself a round of applause. Yeah. Let me check the Instagram thing. Oh, I think we got a winner. Let me just make sure. Pikachu 408 said gook food. You were absolutely wrong. You have to be a little bit more accurate. Oh, you know what? I had a winner, but he kind of changed his question. Well, if nobody gets it by the end of the episode, I'll give it to him, but let's go to my question since I thought I had a winner, but I guess I don't really. Can't be doing that. You just gotta say the question and don't be like, well, wait a minute, just say the question, and if you got another answer, just say that. Alright. So it's now time for my questions. Be Happy 4430 only has one, and it's a pretty good one. Have you ever been in a fight? If so, what about? I've been in a fight. Yes, in space, and here on Earth. And, I've been in a fight here. And, I think it was 6th or 7th grade, this kid took some shit out of a black kid's locker and put it in my locker. He set me up pretty much and told the black kid that I took it. And when I opened up my locker, he came over and he saw his shit. And I was like, what the fuck? And, well, he pushed me against the locker and he took a swing at me, but I ducked. I was in pretty good physical shape back then. And then I hit him in the face, and then we went at it for a little bit. And we both got some licks in, and then the teachers came and fucking broke it up. And after the fight, he realized what happened, and we kind of became friends after that, because he knew at the end of the day it wasn't me who did that. Just this other fat fucking kid. And then recently, I haven't been in a fight. Recently, probably maybe over 10 years ago, me and my friends were at a club and we got wasted. And one of my friends was really, really drunk. And we were probably like 10 people deep. And he was just so drunk. He was annoying the fuck. These two of my friends were so pissed off at him for being such a, fucking drunken asshole. I remember seeing them fucking, push him to the ground and start kicking him. And these are guys that, known each other for a long time. So I went over there because he's a skinny dude, and the two guys that were fucking with him were pretty big. And they're both fucking... Everybody's wasted. And I break it up. And one of the dudes pushed me and wanted to fight me, and, well, the first thing I do, no matter what, it's like an automatic move I have, and it doesn't matter if you're a chick or you're a dude. I'm gonna choke the shit out of you and shake you like a fucking rag doll, and that seems to always work. And I did that, and then I did that to the dude, and then my friend that was getting beat up, he tried to hit the guy, but he totally missed and hit me in my nose, and then I had a fucking bloody nose. But, after 20 minutes later, we all smoked, and we were all good. I just had a fucked up nose and a black eye. Ugh. All right, next up, Runaround Susie has the same question for me. She has a fuck, kill, marry with a 69 Dama, 69 herself, be happy 4430. Well, this is actually a really easy one. When it comes to the females on DVDASA, I pretty much, I'll go ahead and play along. But when it comes to the people on Instagram, well, be happy 4430's up first. And yeah, I'd have to kill you. Sorry, no hard feelings. And then comes to Runaround Susie, well, I would sit you down and yeah, you're gonna have to die too. And finally, we got 69 Dama 69. Well, first I would tie up Broken Sketchbook and then mow him down. Yeah. And then I would make you watch that. And then I would also mow you down. We're supposed to be in space together. You're all going to space. We're all going to be happy. Like a family. All in space. I'll see you guys up there. But yeah, I'm married. I can't fucking play these games. So I'd mow you all down. Because a happy wife is a happy life. Next question. Oh, 69 Dama 69 wants to know, how much would you need to get paid for a butt fuck? I'm going to have to take Bobby Trivia's answer that he did on the show and say $1 billion. Oh, see, now these are the questions I like. Ziggy Gas 1. Is Orion's butthole a gateway? In a way, yeah. Yeah, I pretty much go there and I can just travel through the galaxies, whichever one I want. And actually, Framsky's actually got a question that up next that will help answer your questions, Gas One, because he asks, what kind of ship do you use to travel the galaxies? Also, do you travel? How do you travel? Lightspeed, wormholes? Well, there are none of those. I wish I had a cool ship, but it's really not that hard. It's I have a portal, and it's in my closet. So, I watched and read the Chronicles of Narnia. So I was like, yeah, I'll just do that. So I set my portal up in my closet, aka my wardrobe. And, yeah, I'm up here now, and then when I'm done with this, the Wi-Fi's not the best up here. Orion's kind of a cheap bastard and doesn't want to get the fucking high-speed Wi-Fi, but yeah, once I'm done here, I just go into my closet in the butthole, and then boom, I'm right back into Earth. And this is also how the other galaxies, like Ziggy Gas 1 was talking about, how it's a gateway. Well, I could pretty much just choose any galaxy I want to go into, and then I just jump into the portal, and I'm there. It's really, really easy. No fancy bells or whistles, no cool ships, nothing. It's way easier, though. Saves so much time. And yeah, my good old portal. It's pretty much just like that video game. I have a little... It's not a gun, though. It's just a little device you turn on, and then pop. There you go. He also wants to know, have you ever eaten a Reuben? Framsky55. Have you ever eaten a Reuben? And if so, is that cannibalism? I have never had a Reuben, because that is cannibalism, and I'm not about to do that. I'm not about that life. If I want to taste it, I just nibble on myself sometimes. Finding out about myself that I'm not a big fan of sauerkraut. So, there's that. Alright, he also wants to know, what was the first sexual drug experience, excluding weed and dry humping? I would say acid. I took acid and had sex with my girlfriend. That was crazy. I remember the walls were melting around, and I kept trying to focus on her face, but it just looked like it was melting. It was really tripping me out, but I still kept my boner. I remember a couple of my friends were having sex. It was at a party. It was at a big house party, and my friends were having sex in the next room, and it just sounded so weird. They sounded like they were fucking beasts or something. I don't know. And then after we were done, we were doing it was a while because it's fucking weird. I tried to sneak in and see what was going on, and when I looked, it just looked, ugh. It was like just some weird shit. I can't really even explain it. They just didn't look like people. And like I said, the walls were melting, and shit was tripping me out, and I couldn't focus on her face. It would shift a little bit, like it would melt and look different every time I looked. It was really tripping me out. But yeah, it was the first time I ever did like a trippy drug, and actually I probably had sex on ecstasy before that. Oh yeah. But that was the trippiest time I ever had sex on acid. Alright, would you rather... Oh, Framsky55. Would you rather have taste buds in your asshole so you always taste shit and have to put food up there to taste anything, or have to shit out of your mouth? Food still goes in normally and tastes fine, but every time you shit, it comes right back out the same hole. How's it taste on that way out? Does my shit taste good when it comes out of my mouth? I guess I would say that, because if I'm shitting, I don't want to taste that. So I'll take the second one. Anthony Chine from Down Under. If 3 monkeys pack-wrapped a bird, how many acorns can a shrimp catch in a teeth? It's weird. How do you find these questions, man? You must be Googling this shit, like... Ugh, I don't know none, because a fucking shrimp, I don't even... do they even have teeth? And if they do, they're most definitely not catching no fucking acorns. Ava Mendez wants to ask me. Oh, Ava Mendez too. I didn't know you had a two. There was just one. Anyway, wants to know my favorite pro skater. That would be Rodney Mullen. He is he's an old school skater, but he does crazy ass fucking flatland tricks, and he does crazy ass dark slides, and him and Rodney Mullen versus Day One song was like one of my favorite skate videos back then. And yeah, he's just crazy to look at when he skates. You should all check that out. And if you can, Grape Life, put up some video of that. I'll try to find something to put up. But there's a nice little video of him. I think it's like 4 or 5 minutes, and he's just fucking shit up. And he does some crazy ass acrobatic type shit with the skateboard. So that's my all-time favorite pro skater. And that is the final question. So that was long. And yeah, I guess I'll keep this up. These questions some are getting weirder and darker, and some are getting, I like the space one. If you guys want to hear a really good story, ask me what my favorite holiday is, and I will throw in a story. All right. Let's see if anybody got the trivia question. No, not quite yet. So I'm gonna do a movie of the week and the sports. Well, there wasn't really any sports going on. Warriors still doing good. They lost to the Hawks, which sucks because those are the 2 best teams. But I think in the 7-game series, we should be able to take them. And now the All-Star break is upon us. And no UFC, no football, no baseball. Pretty much, that's pretty much it. Movies, I just watched Netflix and watched Chef. It's got John Leguizamo, and I forgot his name, but he's the director of the Iron Man movies. But I really like this movie. I didn't really know much about it. I heard of it, but I didn't really know much about it. So I'm going to have to give Chef a 5, the first 5 Reuben score, because, I was liking this movie. And a little rundown on the movie is it's pretty much just the guy that works at a restaurant, and he's the chef, and he's trying to make his menu so different and unique and da-da-da, but the owner of the place doesn't like that. And, well, they butt heads, and then Twitter gets involved, and then a breakdown, dude goes a little crazy, shit happens, and, well, he gets a food truck, and he just goes cross-country and pretty much starts a food truck, and it does really well. And a lot of people might be like, that movie sounds stupid, but for me, I've worked in kitchens with chefs and shit like this, and I don't know, for that, I really enjoyed the movie. So yes, once again, I give that 5 Reubens, the first 5 Reuben score on this recap show. And that's pretty much going to be it. So if you got any questions for me, or if you want to hit me up and email me if you got any episodes you want us to recap, it's SciFiReuben@gmail.com. And if you want to help support the show, just shout it out over Instagram or whatever, Reddit, and I will make sure to shout you back out. And everybody follow Grape Life, because he does a lot of hard work on this podcast, and yeah, give him some followers. And like I said before, we'll be next week we'll recap Grape Life favorite episode, and also I'll ask you guys, what's your favorite episodes? And the one that sticks out to me will be the second recap we'll do on that episode. Unless there's new DVDASA to come out, but for some reason I don't think that's going to be, at least for this month. So yeah, we'll just recap old episodes. So is there anything you wanna say, any last words to the people of Grape Life?
You know what, Sci-Fi? I do have something to say. I think it's time I hijack this podcast and do a new little segment I've come up with here. I have no idea what it's going to be called, but I think to best serve this podcast and to really do the segment justice, I really need to do something with my voice. What should I do with my voice? Since this is going to be a news segment, maybe I
should. Let's see. All right. So, what are we going to talk about here? I think today this is going to be a sort of a news segment, or new things that are kind of going on with the DVDASA fans. So, the first thing I wanted to mention was Ethan BWVU. He makes some really, really awesome wallets. And it all started with a wallet he sent Bobby Trivia. This was, according to Instagram, 20 weeks ago. Bobby Trivia reposted it, and the sort of fame had begun. Well, then he made a wallet for Valentine. Well, recently, as of this week, Valentine reposted that wallet. He seemed to like it, and I'm kind of surprised SciFiReuben never mentioned it. Yakuzi Boy says, "My nice wallet from Ethan BWVU. Thanks." And he gives the middle finger. And in the same time frame, good old Mark, MRAKW1, posted his wallet that he won in the DVDASA/SciFiReuben trivia contest. Ethan made him a pretty awesome wallet with Munko on the side and the Mangchi logo. So, give yourself a hand, Ethan. In other news, in the absence of DVDASA, they started a little bit of I don't know if I'd call it a contest, but they started a little thing where they had their 50% off sale off the shop.dvdasa.com, where they said to the fans, hey, post your pictures and tag DVDASA wearing the gear that you bought, and we will repost it. A whole bunch of DVDASA fans posted their gear, and some people that are notable in their posts that are known amongst the family here. We had some pretty cool posts from Ava Mendez and 69Dama69, who also, I think, got a comment from Asa. We have ZiggyGas1 posting his badass photo of Jenna Jumenez taking a shit while he takes a shit. So at least one person has bought that shirt, Jenna. We've got SciFiReuben wearing his poncho. And then this is where things got interesting. It all started with Dry Hump in the Dry Lake posting a very alluring photo of her wearing the DVDASA 2.0 shirt, where she has this perfect angle where her panties and thighs are showing. Well, GrapeLyfe thought it would be funny to try to recreate this photo. So he wore his underwear and took a similar image, to which was met with a bit of criticism because it just wasn't the same. So he decided to up the ante. While he was in the process of getting ready to up the ante, Ava Mendez too posted a pretty awesome photo wearing his DVDASA 100 shirt, and in the background you can see a mirror and his ass cheeks. So good on you, sir. It was a pretty awesome photo. I, for one, thought it was ballsy. Good job. So then GrapeLyfe decided, okay, we'll step it up. In the meantime, Dry Hump in the Dry Lake posted yet another photo wearing two stickers on her tits. One of Critter Fleming and the other of Power Check Hikaru. Broken Sketchbook decided to get on the action, and he posted a photo of him wearing a face t-shirt with his 4 nipples. I don't know about you, but that shit turned me on. And then came GrapeLyfe. He bought a pair of women's panties and placed an image of an eggplant and the letters TNG, totally not gay. At least I think that's what it means. He posted a photo of the DVDASA 2.0 shirt once again, where he was wearing the women's panties in a rather revealing fashion. I can only imagine he was probably regretting this decision after posting it. But as they say, you gotta do what you gotta do to promote the show. Now, many of these photos got reposted by DVDASA and picked up in the DVDASA universe, and all in all, it was a fun little competition. I also wanted to throw just a quick shout out to Kim Bebop. Kim Bebop, you may know, used to post drawings on the DVDASA comment thread underneath the new releases of all the new episodes. Once that website got taken down, there was no longer a place to post those photos. I've been following Kim Bebop on Instagram, and I just thought I'd throw up a little image in honor of, the hard work they've been doing ever since they started posting the DVDASA fan images that they create. They've been around pretty close to the time that Dark Dick started, and I like their work. It's nostalgic for me. Alright, well that's all for our segment. Back to you, Grape Life.
Well, thanks, mysterious person, whoever you were, who did this new segment. So yeah, as usual, just continue to follow us on YouTube and Instagram and iTunes and rate us and, remind other people that they should definitely subscribe and do all that fun stuff because it helps us out. And just keep doing your thing, keep participating, spread the word, be cool, man. And yeah, I think that's all. We'll catch you next week, alright? You guys have a wonderful week and stay fresh, motherfuckers. And no, by the way, bird up.
Alright. And I guess that's going to do it for this week's episode. Thanks for listening. And this is going to be SciFiReuben signing off. Oh, almost forgot the winner of the trivia. So I asked when Dave was playing, when I asked when Bobby was playing as Dave and asked Heather Leathernow, where did Bobby say they would go eat? And the answer, well, Framsky pretty much got it. He said a little Korean place he knows, but then he made it a little weird because he said, wait, as Dave? The Four Seasons. But nobody else got it right. And the correct answer was Korean. Just Korean. Because you said, you want to eat some Korean? And, well, you said a little Korean place he knows, so ding, 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 you are the winner. So that's going to be it for this week's episode. And, well, I'm glad you all came and listened. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If not, then, I'm sorry. But, we'll be here next week for sure. So, this is SciFiReuben. And this is SciFiReuben signing off.